petrol and gas.
Yes. And all of them are coming from the same source, right?
They're byproducts.
They're byproducts.
Yeah, well, when you produce, instead of producing the petrol, you have CNG, you have LPG. You have so many byproducts.
Yes.
That come out of
the
process of production. So we are licensed by midstream, downstream. So if you know, to distribute and market all the products. If you see that, some stations, when you buy your gas, your petrol, you then open your boot and buy your gas.
Well,
you have gas skid.
Yes.
Stations.
Now, of course, we're talking about gas now because of the high price of petroleum following the removal of subsidy on that particular product. And so a lot of people have begun privately to experiment with this whole question of an alternative fuel for their cars, for their generators. But let's stay with cars for the moment because it was in that connection that the NMPCL, announced on Thursday that it is partnering now with NIPCO Gas Limited to develop CNG, compressed national gas stations in the country. And they delineated it like that because apart from compressed national gas, we also have liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. Yeah. That's what madams and caterers up and down the land know as cooking gas.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But we're talking about CNG now. CNG is different from, it's a different, I don't know, it's another conversation between the two. Which is better? What are the differences between the two? I don't think we really have all of that time for you to go into that. But the thing is, it's gas. It's gaseous. And unlike where the LPG that I spoke about just now, which is liquefied natural gas, I think people who have those newfangled cylinders that you can actually see the volume, they actually can see, the volume of their cylinder. And if you shake it a bit, you can see that, oh, I got half of a tank full. So that's for LPG. But with CNG that is being promoted now, we're going to need, specialized dispensing stations, because people need to know where to go to fill up on this gas. So let's talk about that. We don't have very many of those stations now. What is the plan? What is the federal government's plan in terms of numbers and spread across the country for people who will be converting to CNG?
Yeah, you have asked so many questions.
Take any way you want.
I will take it from any angle. Compressed natural gas, CNG, is for vehicles. And it's being used over the world so many years ago. But it's because of our what do I call it? Our nonchalant attitude in Nigeria that made us to be starting now. That is that. But we can. We do have stations. We have vehicles can go and.
We have a few of them.
We're very limited. We only have in Benin. We have much in Benin. The only one I know we have in Lagos is the one in front of MFM there. That's owned by NIPCO. And NPC that are now partnering with NIPCO now. NIPCO has been in this business for over 14 years on this CNG because CNG is cheaper, right?
Than fuel.
That's fossil fuel. It's cheaper, right? And you get CNG from Maintain, and while LPG is from propane, and CNG is lighter than LPG. And if you are using CNG, it's more cheaper. 1 kg of CNG can take you to about 25 to 30 kilometers. That's it. So
well, you see, one of the more useful ways in which these things are compared is 1 liter of fuel, for instance. People have an idea because cars have forever been delineated. We've been describing their cars as 40 miles to the gallon. or 40. So what can you put that into miles to per liter, or it doesn't work like that?
No, I mean, we talk of kg when it comes to gas.
Well, that's kilo.
Right,
Yes.
about 25 to 30 kilometers will take you 1 kg. And, it's environmental friendly. Right?
Okay.
Because it contains less sulfur and lead.
Okay.
Right? I mean, the exhaust, I mean, what comes from the exhaust is not very light. Right? So, but like petrol, which you will see the flames and whatever. So, and the engine will last longer if you are using CNG. Right? And we don't need to go to any importation for CNG or even LPG. So we have them in abundance in Nigeria. The gas we have in this country can take us 400 years. So we have it in abundance here. But they're going back to the question of what's the plan of the government in terms of making people to access this CNG in our stations. Yeah, I mean, if manners don't tell that, okay, we have the stations throughout the whole country, cities, hamlets, villages, where we can deploy the skid. Right? It's just like your LPG for cylinder. Right? You can drive in to any station and buy your gas. And so also, we are ready now to also put the skid in our stations. Because we have limited one in Nigeria. But the cost is also there. So government has to come in terms of giving maybe soft loan to the stations because we have 3 years. One, the first is are the stations equipped with the dispensing skid? No. Are the vehicles converted already for CNG? No. Then where are the conversion centers in the country? These 3 things has to be put in place before we can talk of CNG. But we have to start from somewhere.
So we need to establish an infrastructure
yes.
For this.
But to make it easier, the stations are already there. I mean, the stations, both the Ipman stations, Moman station, Dapman stations, they are already on ground.
What stations?
I mean, filling stations.
So filling stations
they
are already there.
So it's got to deploy the equipment and the tanks to the stations.
Okay.
And that is the area government has to come in. But it's not something you are going to do in 1 month or 2 months. But you have to start from somewhere. Like Dr. Debo said that Ipman are ready to accommodate the skid in their stations, right? For I mean, if you don't need to be building special station for CNG, right? It's all over. So
although the NMPC has announced that it will be, erecting 35 specialized CNG stations.
Are you not saying that one station per street doesn't make sense?
But it's the beginning. Yeah, you said it. It's the beginning.
If you put one station in Lagos State, can it serve us?
No, that is in addition to what you are talking about.
Okay, if it's addition.
That is their own plan.
That's their own plan.
Yes.
But that's in collaboration with Ipman stations and Moment stations.
Okay.
You can't do it alone.
No.
Thank you.
Well,
yes.
For LPG.
You can just now you can drive into any station and buy your LPG.
Yes. Well, no, not any station. Not any station. Not any station.
No, they don't have the facility.
Yes.
But as is, in fact, if you want to go from your house to go and buy, you don't need to go far, right, to buy gas, right? So also, if Ipman stations are deployed for this operation, it will be very easier because you know that we are in the hamlets, we're in the villages, we're everywhere.
Okay, that's right. Okay, because I hear you, sir. But in the same way as we have some specialized stations, even now, NMPC special stations, they are different from all the other ones, even though they do the same thing. I think because of that, the MD was announcing that there's a strategic partnership between NMPC and NIPCO for 35 state-of-the-art, special ones. But let me go on a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about this some more. Stay with us, please. We'll be right back.
We're interrupting this program to bring you a live telecast. Our regular programs will come.
Your Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Excellency the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, ably represented today by the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin